Our speaker today rose from a childhood of poverty to become a corporate vice president.
He's a former college and professional athlete, a former corporate vice president, 3 times TEDx speaker, an international speaker, an author, and the founder of Success Seekers Academy.
He has this energy and attitude that is infectious.
Solomon.
Solomon.
Solomon. Solomon.
Brother Solomon.
Solomon.
Thank you.
I like to tell you a story of how death and failure forced me to become obsessed with success.
Man, so this corner right here is where my dad actually collapsed and died.
The most significant event that changed me growing up as a kid was my father was killed in a drive-by shooting. Without that strong male role model in my life, I started to act out. I started to get in trouble just because I didn't have my father there. So my mom passed away in 2008. Shortly after my mom passed, I got recruited and started my career in corporate America. Not only was I the first person in my family to graduate college, I became the first person in my family to work in corporate America. And all of this was new to me. But because of the environment I grew up in Oakland, California, I didn't have anyone to tell me what it was like to work in corporate America. Nobody told me what the expectations would be, so I had to figure it out. And in the midst of trying to figure it out, self-doubt and imposter syndrome led to self-sabotage. I made a lot of mistakes, and I eventually lost my job because of it. This led to me, my pregnant wife, and our 2-year-old daughter losing our apartment, not having a place to stay, so we had to move in with my sister-in-law and sleep in her living room on her couch. Which forced me to ask myself, how did I go from making 6 figures in corporate America to sleeping on someone's couch? This was the moment that changed my life forever. But we all have those moments. Those moments where we find ourselves dealing with adversity and we're forced to be resilient. Everything that I ever worked for in my entire life was gone. Then one day, as I was sitting on that couch, I asked myself the question, what is it going to take to truly live before I die? We all have this vision for our dream life, the life that we really want to live. But sometimes we don't take action because we don't know where to begin. Our life gets in the way. Then one day I decided to take action, so I made a bucket list of all the things I wanted to accomplish. The day I decided to write out my bucket list, something amazing happened. One goal and one dream at a time, I started accomplishing everything on my list. I started getting speaking engagements at major corporations and top universities. I started traveling the world with my family. I was featured on the cover of a magazine. I got to share the stage with one of my motivational mentors, Les Brown. I became an author. I climbed the corporate ladder and became a corporate vice president. And to top it all off, I got to speak on an international stage, and I got to do it on a TEDx platform while visiting a beautiful continent of Africa. Talk about dreams coming true. But these goals were not about me. My time in Africa allowed me to live in my intention, which is to give back, which is to serve. Sorry, with these conditions and how you're living, you seem really happy. What makes you happy?
So basically she's saying she does not have an option.
When you give back, you're not just helping them. You're helping their families, their communities, and you're restoring their faith in humanity. As I wrap up today, I want to leave you with 2 questions. How do you want to be remembered? And what's on your bucket list? What is that one thing that sets your soul on fire? That thing that you can't stop thinking about? Go after that. Think about the legacy you want to leave behind. Are you living in a way that aligns with your values, with your bucket list? And if you don't have a bucket list, go out and make one. It literally changed my life for the better. What small step can you take today to move closer toward your dreams? So stop waiting for the perfect time to take action. That perfect time is now. One day, you're going to reflect on your life, either with joy for the life you lived or regret for not pursuing your purpose. The most successful people in the world are obsessed with success. Being obsessed is the secret to achieving your goals. There's nothing more important. It's the key to your personal and your professional success. It's time to step outside of your comfort zone. Make yourself uncomfortable and become obsessed with success.
And it was incredible. He was so inspirational, and he really taught those young leaders how to lead. I would highly recommend Solomon for any of your group events.
Solomon Wilkins came up to speak at our Student Leadership Conference, which happens every year. And as an event planner, from that standpoint, he was amazing to work with, really easy, very professional, and that definitely makes an event planner's life a lot easier. On behalf of the students as well, talking to them after his session, they were just loved him. The students were very motivated when they walked out. They all stuck around. They all wanted, to talk to him, to get to know him. So we're definitely going to be bringing him back to Cal State Monterey Bay.
Solomon Wilkins has been one of the best, most engaging speakers I've ever seen. I strongly recommend him.